Almost perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been there.
It's brutal.
I've been there, bro. I couldn't lift my arm.
That's how
Went
I
through my
feel
legs.
now.
I've been there.
All right, welcome everyone to Pick Central on the Barstool Sportsbook YouTube channel. Brandon Walker out today working on a special secret project. I don't know what the hell that means, but I like the element of surprise.
It's fucking lunch. That's what he's doing. At the lunch.
I'm Barstool Mincy, or Bayou Ben, as I'm known as these days. Guest hosting for Brandon, and we've got a hell of a crew. On my left first, he's rocking the New York Knicks blue. Huge game 2 in the Garden tonight. Big Ev, how are you?
Must win. This is my flu game right now. You're going to find out me and Marty, we got the second vaccine yesterday. We're struggling. My guy's in a coat. It's 80 degrees outside. The only reason I'm not in a coat is because I'm fat, so I'm just naturally sweaty. I'm sweating already. Knicks have a must-win game tonight. I'm battling through. I'm trying to be here for my guys.
Must win.
Marty Mush, am I right? How are you?
I'm cold. I got a big day today in bags. I got so many stool stream things against Rico, Bosco. I have to say something. So we got the vaccine yesterday, and I had bad dreams.
Uh-oh.
And Big Ev, I will never go into a convenience store with you ever. So me and you were in a convenience store getting some snacks. I swear to God, this is my dream. Me and you were having a great time going to get snacks for a road trip. Place starts to get robbed. I fucking tackle you down to get you down, and then we're just closing our eyes, and we got lit the fuck up and died.
So we just got.
You woke up when
so
you
we got
died?
mur-
I
we just
woke
got-
up when I died.
We just got murdered.
We got murdered.
in a convenience store.
You can't make that up. I don't like that.
I mean, I'd prefer not to die in your dreams.
I don't know why you were in my dream dying with me, but
I appreciate that you tackled me. You tried to save me.
I put you. Yeah, it was me. I was a hero, but then we both just got lit up.
Yeah, but you're addicted to the pain because you just went to the snack thing. Well, it's not a convenience store. You know, you're addicted to.
No, yeah, I don't think I'll ever go into like a 7-Eleven with you or anywhere.
Crazy.
Is that like subliminal or?
I have no
It's gotta
idea.
be.
That's probably just means that we're gonna lose this month.
Oh yeah, I mean, I went and did horrible yesterday.
Yeah, no, I'm still in first, but Mincy had a great day yesterday.
Rico Bosco joining us as well. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, first to worst, though. I'm struggling this month. I just can't put it together. It's like a 2-1, a 1-2 type of thing. I got a boosted parlay today. I'm hoping that saves me. But I think I'm too far back in the month.
It's a little late. You kind of are. Last month you started out real bad. I mean, you were like 7-20, and you came back and won it.
15 units behind.
Yeah, you're not afraid to be.
I know. I said I'm out. I don't think I'm coming back.
I think that's fair to say.
We're having a pretty good battle this month, Marty. I had a huge night last night. I'm still about 4 units behind you, though. I feel like it'd be great if one of us could win our first one.
I know. We both need it. I think it's all three of us haven't won one.
No,
right?
never.
It was just Dan.
I mean, it was literally just Kareem.
Brandon,
Which is
yeah.
Kareem
Yeah, they
just
had
won
the fake
3 in a
Kareems.
Kareem won 3 in a row.
I won October.
Stuff.
Is what it is.
I'm starting to do, so I'm trying to do a daily parlay with the Sportsbook app, and I actually hit mine last night. I had the Lakers and the Nets at 3-1. Got a little momentum going. I want to do a deep dive on the NBA playoffs today.
That almost seemed too easy.
Yeah, well, I don't know. The Celtics are just outmanned right now without Jalen Brown. It just doesn't feel like – I know that they've stepped up in the playoffs a bunch of times under Stevens, but it just doesn't feel like they have it this year. I know they fought hard in that game 1 and then got outgassed late. And then the Lakers-Suns, I don't know if y'all stayed up and watched that game last night. First of all, I hate this for Phoenix that Chris Paul's got this hurt shoulder. They hadn't played in a playoff series in 11 damn years.
Yep.
And you get the 2 seed and you get the Lakers and you got this hurt shoulder. I thought the Lakers were kind of an obvious play last night, though.
Yeah, I also think the Suns are sneaky, like a historic good basketball team. I remember from the '93 finals, D'Antoni's teams were fun. You know what I mean? They're one of those teams where you're like, yeah, they haven't really won shit in our lifetime, but they're at least a respected team. It's like, oh, if you look at over the years, I bet you the Suns are at the top half of. Now, obviously, they got the first pick a couple of years ago, but I think the Suns are a good team. You like to see those teams back in the playoffs. Yeah, and plus, I'm kind of rooting against LeBron, so it does suck that Chris Paul's hurt.
Yeah, and is Paul, I mean, is he the, we kind of discussed the other day, best player to not win a championship? I mean, he's got to be one in that conversation.
Chris Paul?
I mean, like, at least is playing now.
James Harden.
Yeah.
Definitely
Yeah, Chris
Harden.
Paul's up there.
I feel like
He's
Harden's
moved around a lot,
Harden's
which is
number
weird.
1, right?
Yeah, it's funny that Paul and Harden were together, and Paul got hurt in that game. He missed that game 7.
Yeah, I would say Harden's number 1 active that hasn't won. 'Cause, I mean, I'm taking Harden over Chris Paul every time.
Not even question. I don't think so.
The longevity. Well, so that series is 1-1. Some other stuff from last night. The Mavericks got the Clippers again. We kind of were saying on here yesterday that like the Clippers were so hyped up a few years ago, and then they crapped out last year. The Nuggets in the playoffs when Paul George kind of fell apart, and then the Chris Paul, Blake, Lob City teams kind of crapped out. But it seems like the Mavericks just match up well with them. And we were discussing Luka if he's top 10 or whatever. He's freaking awesome.
Yeah, they're fun to watch. I like watching Luka. He went nuts after. Like, he's just and then you see him like talking to Dirk after. And he was talking to Patrick Mahomes and shit. He's just a cool guy.
They were really bad. The Knicks, we thought they were getting their lottery pick.
They were at the beginning of the year.
Beginning of the year, one of the worst
yeah.
teams. So give it credit to them. I think Brandon took them yesterday. He said he just believes in the Mavs. I took that over. I thought the game 1 over was bullshit. This one went over easy. I think they're just gonna. You watch the game. I think it's just gonna be a scoring fight. I'll just keep taking it. If they keep putting it in certain ranges, I'm just gonna keep taking that overall series.
Do you think the Clippers are going to bounce? Like, what do you think is going to end up happening in this series?
I think I picked the Clippers to go to the finals last year, and then in my head I should have been like, "Hey, they're the Like, good things don't happen to the Clippers. As good as their roster is, good things just don't happen to the Clippers. I think they're doomed."
See, last year just mentally, Kawhi like legitimized them in a lot of people's minds. So they're like, oh, like they got Kawhi, PG, especially Kawhi. He's kind of was like the LeBron stopper in that one Spurs finals. But I mean, you go down 0-2 at home. I think they're beat. Like, you just can't go down 0-2 at home and win it. Like, I would love to know how many times it's happened in history. You went down 0-2 at home in a series and came back and won it.
Probably less than
Probably
10,
very rare.
Less than 10%. I say even less than 5%. It's got to
like
be.
they're just getting outplayed. Like Kawhi played good last
Right.
night. Kawhi played really good last night. They just got beat. Like Luka Doncic, he's the best player on the floor.
He really is. I mean, he had those big shots last year in the playoffs. He's a likable guy, like Marty said. It's good. It's crazy. The NBA is.
You want to know why I think he's kind of
probably it's best ever when you look at star talent now. You know what I mean?
You want to know I think he's so relatable too. Other than even though he's foreign, like just being like a white guy, he's just like not. He's just not the most like athletic guy. Like in just sheer athleticism, but he's just like so. He's the most skilled guy in the NBA. Like period, in my opinion. He can just do literally everything.
Guess what, boys? It's gonna be the Nets and the Lakers. I don't even know why we talk about it.
Sadly, I think
Probably. I've said that all year long, and I still agree.
Because who would the Lakers have after the Suns? And I'm not because I think the Suns is one of the tough.
2-7, so it'd be the 3-6.
So
It'd be like if the Mavs won, it'd be the Mavericks.
And I think that the Lakers match.
Mavs
up
are the
with them.
3-6, right? Yeah.
Can't
Yeah.
believe so.
Clippers, yeah. So it'd be if the Mavericks won, it would be Lakers Mavericks. If
This
Lakers
is their
won,
like
so.
hard.
Or
Series,
no, is
I
it no?
feel
I thought the Blazers Nuggets 4-5.
Oh, maybe I'm
I think it's Blazers Nuggets. Is
Oh, you might be
36.
right. You might be right.
Yeah, I think the
I
Blazers
was
Nuggets
missing a lot.
is 36.
Blazers, Nuggets, Lake. Oh,
That's
look at
even easier.
The Nuggets thing and all the no Jamal Murray.
Oh yeah, see that's
That's
what
even
a-
easier.
Oh
Oh.
my god! And then this is easy this is their hardest series until the championship.
I think Utah can give them problems.
Utah.
I don't
We'll get
think
into
so
that
at all.
later. I mean, I think Mitchell's coming
If
back.
Utah, yeah, I mean, if Utah can fucking get out of the first round the way it's going, you're right. Yeah,
I just think you come down to conference finals,
Sure.
you're looking at Donovan Mitchell to be the guy for you.
yeah, I got you. It's
I don't
listen,
think
LeBron's
that's
gonna
it.
get the calls. It's crazy. Like I said, he'd already be talked about as the greatest if he wasn't just such a fucking whack job.
Yeah.
And so self-aware. The other thing we talked about, I forgot, Brandon was hosting the other day, was Drake is insufferable too. He's always got to be like.
No, you're the only one that thinks that.
Wait, where
He's
is
a Toronto fan. He's there courtside. They had him like clapping and shit during that game. I remember seeing the highlight.
Are you a Machine Gun Kelly fan?
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you're going on a private plane going to that. Because you can.
So what's the issue?
That's what Drake's doing. He can sit courtside and dap up LeBron.
I don't know.
I get your point though.
I
'Cause
mean-
he was totally the we the North though.
He didn't
Yeah,
see that
it-
coming, did
Well,
you?
yeah, but
No, I
he
didn't.
also was on the payroll.
Who?
Drake. He was like a legit like Raptors ambassador.
Right.
Well, I think
He's from Toronto. Like he reps Toronto very
I'll
hard.
give
That's
you.
like he's
I'll
on that
give
forever.
you. He is annoying. He wears the Kentucky jerseys. He wears
He
the
goes on the
Yankees
ESPYs.
stuff.
He's flirting with a girl who's like married or engaged. You think I forget about that
You
shit?
just don't like Drake.
No, I
That's
don't.
what it is.
I don't. It was
Exactly.
to watch LeBron flop around and then
Drake's also like the best artist. Like,
He literally from Billboard just won Artist of the Decade.
all right.
he's
Damn.
one of the best
It's a weak-
artists.
It's a
ever.
weak decade. It's a weak decade.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, well,
Is
it's,
Zoc
But see,
coming in to beat me up?
I'll say it the same way.
Drake guy?
I mean, Davis said this a million times. Even I think LeBron and Drake, they're similar. They go hand to hand a little bit. He said about LeBron many times. Like if LeBron just came out and was like, "I love Dave Portnoy," he'd be like,
Oh, he's
he'd be like,
Yeah.
"Let me suck your dick." Like,
oh yeah.
That's a quote from him.
But when you're Drake, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Absolutely.
That's what I say. And yeah, some of the sports stuff is, I think it's funny, like, because how stupid he is, the curse kind of, or with when he wore the Kentucky jersey, like
I liked when he just wore the one with just every team on it. Like, I think that shit's funny. Like he's self-aware.
It's like trolling.
Yeah, he's like trolling the people that are like trolling him for saying he's a curse.
Yeah. That whole thing.
You just hate the coolest guy.
I don't
of
like
all time.
I don't like him, but you do. I think you're right. It's gonna be Lakers Nets.
What
would
what about the Sixers? Y'all, so you're writing off the Sixers? I mean, I feel like if Embiid stays healthy, they
just
because
I hate this. I mean, I hate.
I just think it's just a Philly thing where it's like
we can't be rooting for that.
They're gonna get to the conference championship against the Nets and
losing like 5.
The Nets. I mean, do you think it's like
they'll win? They'll win the first game and then they'll lose the next 4.
Gentlemen's suite.
Yeah, and then they'll put make a statue to the fucking guy who did the step over when they lost 4-1 in the finals.
I think
Tyron, they forget that Allen Iverson thing is like icon. It's like, bro, you lost 4-1.
It's a great moment, but an icon.
Yeah,
that shit drives me nuts.
I think Big Cat said it where it was like when they were doing the whole trust the process thing. I was jealous. Like having a whole thing, like just trust it and just in a couple of years you'll do it. It's something to look forward to. Like the Giants, like. We had no idea what was gonna happen. Nope. We're just hoping for the best with drafts and everything. Like that was like, hey, just trust it. That's all you have to say.
I wish Hinkie was still there to get to do it.
Yeah.
See, with football, there's too many variables. Like basketball, all it takes is one guy, change everything. The process is so great because it's no pressure, zero pressure. You're literally essentially losing on purpose.
You lose again, it's like, hey, trust the process.
But by the same token, the Sixers swung and missed on a couple. Michael Carter Williams, didn't they draft him?
Yeah, but later,
Markelle
Fultz.
Markelle Fultz.
Fultz was a big swing and miss.
They took the Mark.
No, but that
Carter
was
Williams
also
was from Syracuse,
that was
right?
that was super early on. But that also,
but
that was like late. That was like late top 10.
They didn't take Okafor. Okafor went to the Bucks.
No, they did take Jahlil Okafor.
They did take Okafor.
They've had Okafor was a big swing and miss.
Yeah,
Fultz is a big swing and miss.
Because everyone's like, why would you take him?
Because I remember I went to that draft. That was the Porzingis Knicks draft.
They drafted Okafor.
Yes, 3. And honestly, it's so easy to look back on now and be like, "What?"
Career was. Shit.
It's so easy to look back now and be like, "What idiots." He was like a lock number 3
Okafor
pick.
he was an
animal.
Dirty at
like anyone that was there at 3 would have taken him. I know the Knicks damn sure would have if they got the 3.
1,000%. He was dirty in college, and he was like, it was like a unanimous decision.
Plus, he won the title for
Duke. Yeah, he was awesome.
So he was unbelievable.
I went to the draft. My buddy got tickets, and I remember his whole family was going fucking nuts when he got drafted. They're all huge. I don't think so.
Damn.
He was kind of hopping around. He's a Pelicans backup last year.
I don't think is Fultz still collecting checks.
Yeah, he actually bounced back a little bit.
Is he playing all right?
He's on the Magic.
I wrote his ass off.
He actually played really well.
I think he got past the yips, whatever. Like he just had yips. I think he got past it.
Hurt at one point this year, but like he was playing really well for the Magic.
Didn't they say like he couldn't shoot? Like they
he got the yips. He just got mental. Like he just couldn't like.
It was like the Knobloch second base.
Like how do you draft a guy like that though?
Well, it was after the fact.
Yeah. Well, he was a questionable number 1 anyway because he wasn't like
the Celtics traded back.
They finessed,
he didn't dummy in college.
Well, that's always
Washington.
Yeah, and they were trash. They went like 9-20.
And like he wasn't like the Ben Simmons of LSU, where like how good he was, but he was like
his number. Like, if I remember correctly, he was averaging like 25 and 5 type numbers in college.
Yeah, but when
team
you watch
awful.
it's just like
Well, he's not the dominant physical presence that's like a 6'10" point guard.
It wasn't like Cade Cunningham. I keep bringing him up, but like that's just like he's number 1.
Ev, I just want to go ahead. Well, actually, before we get into that, let's talk about the great product of Body Armor Edge. Our favorite sports drink, Body Armor, just came out with a new sports drink plus caffeine called Edge. It's got 100 milligrams of caffeine and 1,000 milligrams of electrolytes to keep you going through the last buzzer or finish line. Plus, it's got antioxidants, B vitamins, and no artificial sweeteners, flavors, or dyes. It's more than a sports drink. It's Body Armor Edge. I'm a big fan of Body Armor Edge. 4 different flavors, but Berry Blitz, Tropical Chaos, Power Punch, or Orange Frenzy. Still see people drinking them around the office all the time.
All the time.
Ev, want to talk about
genius.
Talk about this Knicks thing. I mean, it's just the big thing today. Heartbreaker, obviously, in Game 1. It's been covered that Trae Young is probably the most hated person in New York
City.
City.
My mortal enemy for life.
I feel like he's. I'm very interested to see the fans.
Yeah. So you said bring a good topic. Not to cut you off, I apologize, but I grew up in the heyday of Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller ruined my communion. I had tickets to Game 1, the 9 points in 6 seconds. Where is Trae Young with that now? Is Trae Young like Volume 2 now?
Depends on the series.
Yeah.
If they beat us and he just rips our soul out every night, then yeah, he is that guy.
Okay.
But it's one game. It's do or die tonight. It's you can't. I just said it with the Clippers. You cannot go down 0-2 at home and expect to win a series. You can't do it. Especially how good the Knicks went 25-11 at home in the regular season. They're a team. They play well at home. The only thing I'm hanging my head on is that Julius Randle had his worst game of the season and we lost by 2.
And he just got his son to give him
Most Improved Player
Most
Award.
Improved award. That's a good thing.
Good
That's
heartwarming.
They're going to announce it before the game, obviously, right? Like don't they wheel out the trophy before the game?
They might.
I don't know if it's like
With
No,
COVID and
they will.
but
No, it's a bit because it's like an end of the year award. They only give out like 5-6 awards, and that's one of them.
when they announce, I always remember.
No, I'm sure he'll do the little hold the trophy up like this.
That's a big factor too. Like he's going to be playing fucking lights out. Because also the Garden's going to be going nuts because Randall obviously they want him to win MVP. They wheel that out. Knicks are going to be geared up tonight. I also think it plays into the Lakers thing that we talked about the other day, where the NBA kind of needs. I think the Knicks are going to get some favorable calls.
I hope so.
Tonight. Nothing crazy, but it doesn't hurt if the Knicks get swept. I mean, I'm sorry, it hurts if the Knicks get swept. I think they're going to come out jacked up. I love the Knicks -2 tonight.
I do too.
Do you? I kind of like the other
Yeah.
side. I hate to be devil's advocate.
That's not even being a fan thing. They're a good team. It's 4-5. They're equal teams. You got to think it's going to an extended series. The Knicks have been great at home. Lost by 2, played like shit. Everything points to the Knicks here. I could die on that hill.
No, my thoughts are I feel like Tibbs' teams are always better in the regular season. Just looking through his career. I feel like they crap out in the playoffs some. And the other thing is
This might be his best coaching job.
I agree. I'm not saying that. But Vegas's power ratings on this make me lean Atlanta too. It was like pick 'em almost game 1. It's only Knicks by 2. I feel like Atlanta's going to be like a 5-point favorite at home the way they've got it. I don't know why. Is that weird? Why Vegas thinks Atlanta is better? I just feel like that it seems.
I will say I was surprised.
A little bit.
I was surprised at the series, like the series odds before. Well, it's kind of weird because I was seeing them kind of different books. I was seeing them all over the place. Like I feel like I'd seen Knicks up to minus like 140, and then I'd seen Knicks +1, like plus 115. It was kind of all over the place. I thought it was going to be kind of everywhere Knicks to like 130, 140. I was surprised to see them as dogs a lot of places. Barstool Sports book, they were dogs.
I don't know. Something about that just seemed weird with them having home court.
It
seemed odd.
I'm definitely nervous for tonight. I'm definitely like I feel good. Like I'm always gonna ride with my guys. I don't feel like super. Like I feel like we're gonna get the win, but I don't feel like super confident like I should.
What did I do?
There's just another video out.
What?
Oh no! Thank God I'm a rider, or else I'd have to post this. But because I'm a rider, I won't. And it's just a whole video.
Who from
Dave?
Dave.
It is what it is. You got to respect,
Any meaning behind that video?
Yeah.
Did you watch all last night, Mincy?
Got to put me into a fucking hard spot.
Kirk
and Hank. I had to make a decision. Obviously going with Hank.
Last night, Kirk
I saw
was
Kirk
going.
and Hank going at it.
No, so Kirk, obviously Rico aligned forces with Kirk, and Rico is also
Y'all trivia, the team that I have.
very aligned with.
Yeah, I don't think I am
not
anymore.
Not anymore, yeah. And I'm very aligned with Hank because Hank's the reason why he's here pretty much. And he had to pick, and he obviously picked Hank. And now Kirk's not a guy where if you cross him, you're going to be – he's not going to take you back.
Right. He's like me. Baseball. One strike. So,
Yeah.
I respect
All loyalty.
him. Yeah, all loyalty. Which is why I should respect my decision, but whatever. We're on to the NBA playoffs.
You think Kirk is going to respect your decision? That's
No.
Kirk. That's just not who he is.
Yeah, I know. I guess.
That's why I stay out. He's a lot.
I did stay out of it for years. This is my first interactions with the guy. It'll be the death of me.
What'd you say before? You live to see your...
You die a rider, you live long enough to see yourself turn to a skill. So I died a rider. What do you want me to do?
I think you're still alive, right?
Well, relatively.
He's better. He's worth more money dead, right?
I am worth more money dead.
Yeah.
As long as you can still produce
Don't worry,
content.
me and
from the
Big
grave.
Evan-
Yeah, I am. I'm worth more money dead.
Me and Big Ev are dead at the computer.
I know. It's fucking, that shit hurts, man. I give you credit.
That's. I do want to mention last night too the dozen trivia tournament still airing. Big Screaming Hawkers, Coley, Robbie, and me moving on
Cinderella story.
to the championship. The people are fired up. Tonight on the dozen, who will we end up taking on? We got the Yak against the Misfits. The Yak, the heavy favorites with Big Cat, Shay, and Roan, taking on this random Misfit outfit of Reegs, Dante the Don, and Hank.
Reegs is good.
No, Reegs is very good. Very good.
Is the championship tomorrow?
Championship airs tomorrow. We find out who we're playing
tonight.
Tomorrow, 7 Eastern. A lot's been said about the dozen and everything that it's been, but it's been phenomenal to be a part of. The Honkers
Trivia fans are
the
crazy.
Honkers thing. It's been nuts for me because this team had been Coley and Robbie, and it was Carabas before. And, it randomly came up a couple months ago, hey, do you want to play trivia? And I said, sure. And I just got tossed on this team, and it was like we hit lightning because we're all well-rounded. But it's been fun, and we're getting a lot of support. But looking forward to the championship. It should be a hell of a match tonight, though.
Oh, absolutely.
With the Yak and the Misfits. I want to kind of come back to NBA playoff stuff a little bit. We talked about the Knicks are a must-win. Do y'all think the Wizards have any shot at all in Philly in the series? I mean, dude, the Wizards have momentum. They fought them in Game 1.
Yeah.
Just can't stop Embiid.
I think they get a game. I think they'll go get a game, but I don't think they have any chance to actually win 4.
I don't think they'll win the series. But playing that track meet style, I think the Wizards can go just shoot lights out and steal one. And Philly will be like, all right, that's their one. I actually think if the Wizards are going to win a game, I almost think they're going to win by 10+, if that makes sense.
No, yeah. It's
I
not.
can see them at home. I feel like game 3 at home.
Be like, all right, give them the fluke game or relatively fluke game. And
it'll be a triple-double by Westbrook. He'll go absolutely
goes
off 40
berserk.
points.
Honestly, be more Beal goes for 40.
Yeah.
Beal's if someone's going to get hot like that.
That's
will
a game.
Russ give up the ball enough is the question.
Yeah.
I can see it in Game 3. Kind of, you see that a lot when the home team wins the first 2, and then Game 3 is the all hands on deck, and you see a team step up. I don't know. The Wizards are good though. They've been a fun story. I mean, they were terrible for most of the season. They were 17-28. They closed super hot. It kind of seemed like Westbrook at first. I didn't really know how it was a fit, and then he's been great down the stretch with all the triple doubles.
He gets a lot of shit, but the Wizards were so
horrible.
Bad. And it's
look what John Wall did in Houston.
I've always said it. See, before, I said it last year before the Knicks became the Knicks of this season. He's the perfect guy for a team like that.
Yeah,
he will ruin your championship team, and you'll never win a title with him. But a team that's awful, he'll make you like an 8 seed.
It's almost like a guy where you don't want him on your team, but you love to watch him.
Yeah,
I don't want you wouldn't want him on. I thought that's such a Knicks thing to.
That's what I said before the year. I was like, I would love him to go there. And then we just are a 7 seed for the next 5 years.
Yeah, just so you always have hope.
He would have been fun in New York.
He's just someone fun to watch. The Knicks just haven't had a star in
and
so long.
The garden point guard thing's always thing.
He would have, but you still have to invest a little bit in him and trading assets for him or whatever they were going to do. You don't want to get a guy on the decline.
No,
I do still think, as phenomenal as he is, he's on the decline of his career.
Absolutely.
Whereas you were buying low on Randall, which is the thing the Knicks never do, but it's obviously worked out well.
My thing it's just with Westbrook, it's just the turnovers and just you can't have a guy that shoots the volume he does that shoots that bad from the field. This guy's taking hundreds of threes and shooting 25% from 3. Your team's never gonna win long term playing like that ever.
Just the amount of dribbles he has too. You almost feel like I know that whatever. It's an ISO type of game, but just sometimes it's like a possession where no one else might touch the ball.
On his team right now, Bradley Beal should take the last shot 10 times out of 10.
Right.
Westbrook is a good basketball player. He's a horrendous shooter, especially from 3. His mid-range is all right. His three-point shooting is atrociously bad.
Yeah, just go to Beal.
I just couldn't stand all those years with him on the Thunder and him just taking that shot while Durant's just sitting there on the wing with his dick in his hand.
Yep.
It would just drive me insane to watch.
I want to get to also the Grizzlies Jazz because I really think the Grizzlies got a shot in the series. I think you've got, and I was wrong. I'll admit when I'm wrong always. I went against them in the Golden State game where Morant beat them. They came in hungry. It's a dangerous thing when you've got a young team that's playing with nothing to lose on house money. And Morant, it feels like he's making the leap. Brooks had that huge game 1 with 31. I don't know. There's just something about their mojo right now. I feel like it's clicking, and they literally are free rolling. Nobody expects them to win. And, Ev, you said this all year. I feel like the Jazz are more of a regular season team than a playoff team. Donovan Mitchell sat out game 1. He was ready to play. But is he at a point we're going to find out tonight because he's going tonight, I think. Can he just snap his fingers after missing the last 17 games and just have no problem? everybody's writing off Memphis tonight, but I'm not.
No, this is it's such a crazy spread. That's why I'm on the Jazz. Like 9 after they just lost. It's just like it's either they blow out. They either blow them out tonight or they lose. It's not going to be close, I don't think. And I think it makes sense with it. This is where you're going to tell who's going to win this series if Mitchell, how he comes back, because he was pissed he didn't play game 1. He was very mad because that was them. I think that was them taking the Grizzlies lightly.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we could probably steal one without him playing game 1, and then they lost. So now it's like kind of like, all right, it's go time now. So it's going to be interesting tonight.
I feel like, you so rarely see an 8 beat a 1. I remember Golden State did it to Dallas way back in like 2006. This feels like a spot. The Utah just feels like such a weak 1 to me, guys. Even with Mitchell. I mean, they feel like a strong regular season team.
No, they're just not a team I can trust. Like, I just don't trust them at all. Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, like, they're just not like Clarkson, six man of the year. Like, they've had guys like that have had great years, kind of similar to the Knicks. That they've had these guys like really step up and like I think that's why I think the Knicks overachieved. The Jazz have, to me, has significantly overachieved what their roster is. They're not a one seed roster, especially in the West at all.
Right.
People forget Rudy Gobert just stopped sports.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, tapping the mics.
And there was a documentary
he laughed in COVID's face, and then COVID slapped him in the mouth.
And shut down the entire world.
You'll learn. If Memphis does win and John Morant goes off and makes a little bit of a run here, where are you at with John Morant?
Oh, I've
now?
given
He gave up.
Yeah,
you waved the white flag? Good for you.
No, it's
I
smart.
didn't think you would do that.
Smart.
No, you have to. I mean, I
didn't
honestly
think you would do that.
at first was doing it because I love Zion so much of Duke, and then I'll be honest, I didn't think like Murray State. I was like, it's a little.
Well, you
overhyped.
never respect the mid majors.
I don't understand. That's just my thing. I don't.
He's unbelievable.
I
in
think
college.
you're dog shit if you're from mid majors, which is not a way to look at things. But he is an unbelievable. He's one of the best young stars. There's probably
It's a guy from
it's
the
him
mid
and
majors.
Zion.
Well, it was weird because him and Zion were like boys.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah.
they played AAU together.
John
Yeah.
Morant like rode bench on that AAU team.
It was
I think.
crazy how big it got, though, that you were getting mentioned on the fucking NBA TV.
I know. I mean, John
Wait,
Morant
what?
answered me. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you.
This was before I was here.
Pretty sure. Yeah.
So wait, what happened?
Last year, I think it was last year.
When did you get hired?
It was basically-
Right before football season?
I got hired
At the end of football
Halloween.
season.
Halloween.
Okay. So this was June, I want to
Okay.
say, right when the bubble came back. And, I'm like, I think it actually wasn't even broadcast on TV. It was like you had to, like,
No, it was on the Grizzlies.
it was on the Grizzlies local channel. And they were like, yeah, this tweet by Marty Mush saying you're trash. And it's John Morant replying. It was definitely.
How was his reply?
He has said like appreciate you or something like.
Like he took the high road,
He
but
took the high road
it got
and
big. It was a
quote
big
tweeted
thing every
me.
day with Pick Central, pretty much.
Nurkic was yelling at me too. Like he was like talking mad shit to me too. I fucking hate Nurkic. That's one guy who's a fat slob and should be out of the league. That someone clipped that and say, Nurkic, you're a loser. You should have seen this. His tits hit him in the face when he jumped yesterday. He can't win a tip. I hate Nurkic.
Oh yeah. Well, hey, I see you're into the tips thing, and so the tips. All I can think about is uncut gems.
Yep.
I know.
That's all I can think about when
Tonight.
I see the tips bet. I started laughing. Go for it.
Everyone listen tonight. So I've done it 4 nights in a row. It's 1-1 every night. Every single night, it's been 1-1. And tonight has to be the night. It's Gobert, who's tall, athletic. Everyone knows how much he can jump, and Embiid. That has to win.
Is it plus odds?
I wouldn't say Rudy Gobert's known for his jumping.
Not jumping, but like rebounds.
He's tall.
Makes
Defense.
sense.
Yeah, he's tall.
What is you getting plus odds? What do we get?
Plus
Well, yeah, of
250.
course.
I'm in.
Yes.
Add it to my card.
Yeah,
I need to move up anyway.
No, it's
Add it to my
incredibly due.
I'm in.
It's
I'm
incredibly
dead.
due.
It makes sense. I'm in. He's right.
Yes.
1-1. Like you haven't been dead wrong.
It never
I'm
been
in.
0-2. It has to.
No, that was how I felt on the last Friday when I hit the plus like 875. I missed like 5 in a row. I was like, this one's gonna hit. I was like, I'm so due for one to hit.
And it's
Marty's
like
due.
a fun bet too. Like it's over in a second. It's right away.
That's what I was gonna ask. Is it like a run? Like
It's
I've
such
never
a
done
run.
the
I mean,
tip
you're
bet.
just watching the open.
last-
You're waiting for the tip.
Well, there was when we've done. What was that?
That's Adam Sandler from Uncle.
Oh
Gems.
yeah. We've done.
Kinda looks like me.
KG, get this tip.
We've done first. We've done first baskets. First baskets on streams are electric. There's
It's like the first.
The
I know the
tip is
first
awesome,
inning bets
bro.
in Major League Baseball are a huge thing.
yeah. The
You know what?
BSC's
You know what I
doing
need
great.
from everybody today? I need everyone to get behind the bet.
I'm
You don't
in.
even
I
have
just
to bet
told you
it.
I'm in. I'm in.
You can just let's all get behind it, but it's
I'm
due
in.
today. We'll tweet about it.
Give it to me. $250. I'll take it.
All right, I like this. This is what we all need.
We need to get on the
This
same page.
summer is about the gamblers coming together and just being positive. You know.
Speaking of being positive, we got a product here that'll definitely make you feel positive. That's A88 CBD. We're putting our bets on A88 CBD with U.S. grown hemp extracts and high quality formulas. Their products are winners. And when the stakes are high and life gets hectic, there's nothing better than reaching for an A88 CBD product. It's a little bit of a tongue twister. It's a game changer. They carry a variety of CBD products to choose from, and all of them contain exceptional ingredients and even come in convenient packaging. Try some deliciously different fruit chews and vegan gummies. Perfect for taking with you on the go, or try one of the premium topicals like CBD Deep Relief Cream. Even better, A88 CBD offers free shipping on all products and a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. So head over to A88CBD.com to find an exceptional CBD experience for you. Use the code PICKS at checkout and receive 25% off of your entire purchase. Didn't totally crush that one. Did okay. Did okay.
It was good, Mincy.
The
Too hard on yourself.
No, the A88 is a weird. Was
Yeah, it is.
tough on the
88.
southern draw. Little tough. I know we're following the pro baseball really, really close too. We mentioned this yesterday. This AL East is fun.
Oh
Yeah, tough loss yesterday. I'm glad to hear the Klubers. They're saying he's probably all right. He just felt a little heavy.
That loss was
Nothing
coming.
too crazy.
Yeah,
We-
I was
we
on
were
Toronto
due.
yesterday.
We were due.
Go
We-
against the guys that have the no hitters the next game. They're overvalued.
I did that for a while, and then I got
No,
burnt, and I was
the
like,
stat actually is that it's a crazy winning percentage.
they
the
actually
next
do
time
better.
oh,
Marty
damn.
looked into it.
I feel
that
like
was-
everybody would just take them.
Yeah, that was my original thing, but
But yeah, the AL East is actually it's the best division right now.
Yeah, the
Easily.
Orioles were competing early. They're falling off really,
But
really
the thing
hard.
is, they could still take games from people. The Rays are obviously what they win 11 in a row.
Yeah.
yeah,
they
Glass
went
now
to a
going
World
tonight,
Series.
too.
They're no slouch now.
Yeah, I mean the NL
Division,
East,
I give you. NL East is
terrible.
all you got to do is tread water, and the Mets now,
Mets are
Conforto
still
and
in
McNeil
first,
are even
right?
worse. Yeah,
being 22-20. It's crazy.
it's a really bad division. Smitty was pumping the Braves. Nationals, I think the bottom has dropped out on the Nationals. I don't really see them coming back. Phillies, they are what they are. Marlins are spunky, but it's the Mets division to lose. I just think that they're just so beat up now. I don't know how. Syndergaard, I guess, got hurt or tweaked something in his rehab start. We don't know what's going on with Carrasco. They got to make a move. I think they have
what's
to make a
happening
move.
with Carrasco?
I don't know. He's supposed to come back around the All-Star break.
That's what we're waiting
And
for
then
the
the
Yankees
lineup
too.
that they're trotting out there right now looks like the Brooklyn Cyclones. It's
Yeah.
so bad.
Yeah.
The Yankees
so
is going to be
bad.
exciting if Severino's Severino when he comes back.
For
It's gonna take him
sure.
it's going to take him some time, obviously, but having him in that rotation is going to be huge.
I'll say this as a Met fan. I told Hubs this the other day. As much as I hate the Yankees, you guys need to be in the playoffs every year because
Oh yeah.
there are people who love watch it and hate watch it.
Oh, yeah.
And I hate watch every. I have more Yankee games that I remember than Mets playoff games
The,
in my
Yankee,
lifetime.
the Yankees are the
You-
most polarizing team in
without a
baseball.
doubt. Yeah,
Easily.
you need that shit.
The
Without a
Yankees
doubt.
are like Duke too. Where a
Oh, yeah,
lot of people
100%.
hate. It's either you love them or you hate them, no matter what.
Cowboys.
Fan
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
there's just they have
you are. Yeah.
like that's even as a Giant fan, it is good for the NFL when the Cowboys are
Yeah.
one way or the other. I want to see them win.
I can't stand them.
No, I think the baseball needs the Yankees to be. I
Yeah.
feel like I remember back when I used to just be diehard watching it. It was like cheering against them in the postseason as they won. It was like
Yeah, it's a
absolutely,
good. You
yeah.
need that
you got to have a villain.
villain, and you also need those gabagools in the stands
For the
going
internet
like,
companies,
wait,
yeah,
27
yeah.
rings, we're motherfucking better than you, you losers, and that's us, and that's what I love about it.
Do you think that did some of that fade with like moving from the old Yankee Stadium to do it at all?
A little bit.
I don't think
Just
the,
a tad.
I don't think it faded like the Gabagonas. I don't think the
No,
the
they'll still
Goombats
find a way in.
were- See, I think me and Marty kind of even out the Goombatses of the office.
Our two Yankee guys are not the Goombats.
They're not the Goombats. Me and Marty
No.
got a little Goombats at us.
Yeah.
I will say, knowledgeable, and you guys both are, and Hubs is too. Knowledgeable Yankee fans are some of the most respected baseball people on there. We used to listen to the fan growing up, like Yankee callers. If you're level-headed, they make good points. They can talk about their team. They know a shit ton of baseball outside of the Yankees as well. It's just the fucking stereotype
Well, see,
is the guy, the
But,
fucking
like,
guy
that's
say,
me.
with the jersey
I-
on the name of the back. They don't watch anything till the playoffs.
See, I go back and forth with it because, like, I will, as a defense mechanism, if I feel trapped in a corner,
27.
I will pull the gun out and I will shoot it.
Tell me if I'm wrong here.
But I also will be like, we haven't won a World Series since 2009.
okay.
Like, we
Well,
need
let
to
me
get
tell you
it
if I'm
together.
wrong here. With the Yankees working here, I want to be like, you kind of have to be like what you're talking about. You have to realize, we haven't won in a while, but it's also like, fuck that, we're the Yankees, and I want to be that Goombas pretty much.
Still, no one's most championships in the history of sports. Best franchise in the history of sports,
Without
bar
a doubt.
none.
But
unarguable.
In the lifetime of Barstool, they have
Bad.
won.
Yeah, no, bad.
While the Red Sox went, so it's bizarre that the Yankees you guys have never really had the golden age.
No, that was kind of that was the Frankie Liz like mansplaining incident.
Yeah.
Like he was like we haven't won in a decade. Do you get that? Like that was the
Yeah.
That was at least, even though that's a rational, like I still feel
Right,
that way. Like I'm like even though we've been to ALCS a million times in that time, we just haven't gotten over the hump in a while, in over a decade.
Long time.
I don't know. That just seems wild to me. I feel like they have to at some point, especially with Garrett Cole.
We just haven't had the pitching. Like we went out and got we have the pitcher, but you need 2 or 3. You need 3. Realistically, you need 3 like good starting pitchers, especially now.
You need you need the pitcher which we have. You need the second one that is I honestly, the Mets, like with Syndergaard when he's healthy and DeGrom, like that's Strasburg and Scherzer, like that's like that 1-2, and your third just has to be competent. This has to be 5 innings. You need 5 innings.
Playoffs is almost more than that. You need like 2 like studs and then one guy who's like really good. Like you need
the Dodgers
you need like a 3 who would be like a 2 on most teams.
Yeah.
I think, is it crazy to say you also need a third? I agree with whatever you're saying. We also need a third who's kind of been around the block. Lester, Al Light.
No,
I'm
like
saying
we had
names
when we had
who've
the CC
been,
at the end of his career was that guy for us.
You need a guy who's
CC was that guy.
been like, a playoff game where one thing goes wrong, I'm gonna start kicking the mound. Like, no, they've been through it, got a couple of bruises, battle scars, and they can get through.
I remember like ALDS. I guess would have been 2017. We got down 2-0 to the Indians. We come back, win 3 and win Game 5 in Cleveland. CC on the mound, like lights out. Like we don't have that guy anymore.
That's why I kind of like
CC was
Stroman.
our rock at the end of the order.
Stroman has a couple of battle scars on him. He's pitching some big games. It's not like foreign concept to the guy. He's been around a little bit.
Those Blue Jays
teams he played well.
They had a couple. He's thrown in a couple playoff games, but
those Blue Jay ones were big.
Like I don't see him as like this. I'm not. I know you're not comparing him to like CC, but I'm saying
without a doubt,
he's not like I wouldn't go as far to say he's like a savvy vet. He's thrown in some big games.
Carrasco's kind of been around that too. That's why I think if the Mets can just tread water and win a bad division, there's still something. And guys get healthy, obviously, in the shit lineup that we have. The Mets are not to be written off.
I keep saying like
NL.
just wait for Lindor, but it's like we're waiting a long time.
Yeah.
I think it'll happen eventually.
I do too.
It might even be like a year 2 thing, to be honest. It's even early to say that. But
sometimes like
you never
adjusting
know.
to the different league and new pitchers can be a problem.
I think
there's
just
just
kinda,
so much pressure on.
Yeah, it's just a lot. He played in one place his whole career.
When you
It's
get
a
paid
big change, a lot of pressure.
that much money, you kind of put that on yourself. It's like I need to perform now
right
because
now.
they paid $300 million for me. I need to get going. And the New York media is not Cleveland.
Oh, they're not giving you a rest. I mean, you go 0-3 that first game, they're like, what the fuck? What's going on?
Yeah.
When do we get a refund?
You can go 0-8 in Cleveland and hit 2 home runs the next game. It's like that guy's the best player in the world. No one knows what the fuck's going on in Cleveland.
Yeah, it's crazy how strong the media influence is up here. I want to mention got a huge race in NASCAR this weekend, one of the crown jewels of the NASCAR schedule. The Coca-Cola 600 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. The Zero Blog 30 crew got to experience it a few years back, and they still talk about how great it was. Not only is it a major race on the NASCAR schedule, but it's a very patriotic event. It's Memorial Day weekend, after all, that the industry rallies behind with a race that always delivers great action. And the Barstool Sports book is offering exclusive bets for you to get in on all the fun and win big. We'll have some picks out for this later this week. Charlotte's where the NASCAR Hall of Fame is too. I've actually checked it out.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. They love that NASCAR in North Carolina. This may be one of the biggest racing weekends of the year with this in Indy 500.
I think so. I would say Quiggs, my roommate. He's from Charlotte. A huge NASCAR
Lives
guy.
on it.
Huge NASCAR guy.
And then
Charlotte, born and raised.
And obviously Rico heading to Indy too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I want to go ahead and get to our picks here. Ev, you were on one, man. I mean, I know even with last night having a bad one, you're still way up the last few days. You went freaking nuts for a couple days.
Yeah, I mean, plus 875 will do it with a 6-0. What was I? The other 5-2 plus 5 units. Today, where's my card?
I could go ahead if you want because
I got it.
I had a huge night.
So I got the obviously I'm on the Knicks -2. Backs against the wall. Do or die.
Do it.
I'm riding with my guys.
Gordon's
Need a
gonna
W
be
tonight.
fucking nuts tonight.
It's gonna be I can't. I mean, they were chanting "fuck Trae Young" a minute into the game before he even talked shit.
Yep.
I can't even imagine what
nuts.
they're gonna be like now. I'm on the Grizzlies +9. I just don't trust the Jazz. I think 9's a lot of points. If they get blown out, they get blown out. I'm on the Mets money line with Stroman on the mound. The Rockies have been just been bad as of late. I'm on the Giants too. I'll keep riding them. They've been so good to me all year. And I'm going back to the Cardinals. I mean, they're huge dogs. I just think they're a good team. To be this much of dogs, I'll take a shot. I'm at +175.
All right. I guess I could go ahead next. I had a huge night last night, and I hit the parlay. I've got another one for today. I'm going to be posting a bet with Mitzi parlay on the Barstool Sports book. NBA, I feel like I'm a villain in here going against the Knicks, just being in New York. But I'm concerned. I'm taking the Hawks +2. I'm with Ev on the Grizzlies. I've got a +9.5. I just think they're a dangerous team right now, like I said, man. When you get young, you get momentum. They're playing fearless. Ja Morant's making the leap. And I don't know that Donovan Mitchell can just come back and snap his fingers and go for 30 tonight. So I got the Grizzlies +9.5. I'm taking a shot on the money line, +350 as well. I'm going with the Twins -1.5 just against Baltimore, who's falling apart. I've got over 8.5 in St. Louis, Chicago White Sox, over 9.5 in Toronto, New York Yankees, and I'm betting on Tyler Glass now, laying the 1.5 in Tampa. And I'm trying to run Marty Mush down here at the end of the month. We'll see if I can do it.
The Grizzlies win, you might with that one. Plus, I do like, though, I think that's a game you do have to, like I said, I think you have to take that money line. And I don't.
It's so big, 3.5 units.
Win or get blown out. It's either one. Want me to go?
Sure, you already go.
No,
all right.
You can go.
What?
You can go.
All right. So mine today are Knicks -2. I got Utah -9.5. Yankees -1.5. I think they bounce back today. They have to bounce back today. Nationals money line, and I'm going juice bagger Mets money line. I think the Mets have to win as well.
Okay.
148 is not too bad, juice bag.
I think it's
not too bad.
I think it's once you hit that 150, it's really
that's
tough.
the
Even though
juice
it's
bagger.
really close.
We should bring back the juice bagger parlay.
We should have. We're actually so dumb, all of us. Why don't we have a Pick Central parlay?
I know I've been saying that for weeks. We got to get that going.
We can start that.
When
Yeah.
the fuck did he say that?
I've said if we all put our minds together.
He's talking everyone bringing in one pick.
Yeah, you don't listen. Knicks. I'm on the Knicks -2. I'm on the Cubs Pirates over. I'm on the Padres money line, and it's going to be released very shortly as an homage to my friend Ev. He used to do the Knicks and Yankees chopped cheese or whatever he did. I'm going bridges and tunnels. Mets, Yankees, Knicks, Islanders money line. Straight up, it's +831. I think Jack's working on the boost. The bridge and tunnel parlay is a big one tonight.
That's funny you say. Actually,
I don't hate it.
No, I love
Borelli's streaming. He's at the game. The Yankees, Stroman on the mound. The Knicks just need to get it done. You're gonna sweat it somewhere, but
I'll get it on that.
bridges and tunnels.
I mean,
parlay.
Because I forgot to say the chopped cheese will be live
What's
today.
the
There you
chopped
go.
cheese? What's the origin of the chopped cheese?
It's just the classic New York.
I've never had one. It's a deli.
It's just
sandwich,
like
though.
only New Yorkers eat it. It's like I just
2
use it as a
a.m.
name as a joke.
2 a.m.
It's just like I feel like no one else has chopped cheeses besides in New York.
Are y'all follow? Marty, go ahead. Did you already go? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
you
we're
went. My
good.
bad. Anybody been following this NHL? Did y'all see that Islanders Penguins the other night? The OT.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
awesome. Playoff hockey. I say it all the time. Playoff hockey. I don't think translates to TV. I know Elio's got the new no hedge hats, the red.
The Hurricanes,
Carolina.
bro, I have them as a future because of him.
Fuck.
I have them as
You
a
know,
future.
Eddie said it too. And
What are they up?
Chief
They're up
said it.
3-2, right now.
Yeah.
Chief said it too. He was like, "I'm take a look at Carolina."
The Hurricanes just when you hear Hurricanes, you're like, "There's no way they're gonna win the Stanley Cup."
They're from
I
Carolina.
feel like it's more when you just hear Carolina.
Yeah.
Like when I just hear the Florida Panthers, I'm like, how could they be good? And how
Right.
do you
Yeah.
play hockey in Florida? But they're good.
Well, Tampa Bay Lightning have proven.
Yeah,
you can do,
there you go.
you can do
Doesn't
that.
like nobody go to the Panthers games?
I can't. I
'Cause I know
probably
they were
not.
selling or something. I don't know. I'm
I don't know.
lost
Because
on that.
where do they play?
Aren't they down
That
by,
was
like, Fort
you have
Lauderdale?
Tampa already. You have
No
the
idea.
Tampa
I think the
Lightning.
Panthers are down by like Fort Lauderdale, Miami.
Oh, so they're south.
So they're even.
Yeah.
No one's watching fucking hockey.
I
down
can't
there.
imagine fucking wanting.
Could you
to.
imagine going to an ice box over hanging out on the fucking beach?
Right. Yeah.
Maybe you're going there to get cold, to stay
But
cold.
it is, like, what's his name's on that team? And he loves it down there.
Who?
Yandel.
Oh,
Oh, he's a
Yandel?
Massachusetts guy.
Yeah,
I know
he's
some
got a
people in his
sick
circle.
Well,
house
I'm
in
sure he loves.
Florida.
Yeah, I'm sure he loves living in Miami.
He has a sick. I think it's Fort Lauderdale.
Even better, like 30 minutes away, probably cheaper.
Yeah, I think that's where it is. But I can be completely
South
wrong.
Florida,
Any of y'all kicked it down there? Any Fort Lauderdale, Miami?
spring break, baby.
I have
No.
not. I didn't.
I had
get
a
to-
wild spring break in Fort Lauderdale.
I didn't
Yeah.
get
I
to go
love that
on,
fucking place.
any
Shout out
s-
America's backyard. That's a playground for 21-year-olds.
All right.
Unbelievable.
I never got to go on spring break.
I didn't either.
Played baseball, probably. That's it, right?
Baseball is like that's where your trip was baseball. It's fucking
Ugh.
terrible.
I went to a small school and I tried to pitch it junior year, like, hey, we have to book it now, and no one listened, so we didn't go.
Yeah, boys, we went on like a
don't
24-hour
get it.
whim.
Yeah.
We had something planned. It like fell through last minute, and we were like, "Yo, let's just jump in a car and just drive from Ohio to Fort Lauderdale."
That's
drove
one
over,
thing. I
drove
regret in
overnight with
college.
4 of us.
I didn't like visit enough like other colleges. I'm doing it now pretty much in Barstool, but like I didn't like visit enough of other colleges.
You should do it on, well, at least you should do it on Friday nights, like the road show, because Friday nights, correct me if I'm wrong, you went to a bigger, but Friday nights were kind of dead. Thursday was big, Saturday was big, Friday was like a...
To be
Friday's
honest,
big. Thursday was probably the most like I thought the most fun days.
Thursday was the
sometimes
best.
Thursday night.
Thursdays were awesome, but
I
Fridays
miss
would be
looking
great
forward
too.
to a Thursday more than
This is
anything.
what it was.
I
Mine.
can't.
Mine was Monday was bowling, dollar beers. Tuesday was beer pong. Wednesday was the day off. Wednesday was the one day off. Thursday was the bar.
Right.
Friday house party. Saturday bar. Sunday fun day.
Okay.
That's like I don't know how we all didn't die.
Mine was similar as too, yeah. Like Mondays was schooner night at Chumley's. It'd be like 32 ounce for $2. Fucking
Great specials.
They used to call me
two-
Marty 200 of the bowling things. I was sick of bowling.
Marty
Yeah.
200.
Tuesday night was Dollar Wells at Midway. Wednesday was usually like the day off or karaoke at 4th Street. Thursday's just Rager Day. Friday's kind of the same. Saturday was usually like either game day if it's in season, which is an all-day marathon, and then Sunday fun day.
College just. The
Oh, yeah, I don't know how at one point I was drinking like 5 nights a week. It's scary to think about.
It was
doing
weird.
6, just one day off.
Dude,
Yeah.
Like my whole college experience. Well, it's so long that it was like 3 different experiences. But when I went back at 31, we threw down like we were 20. Like I mean, we threw like I had a house like 2 blocks from the square in Oxford, and man, we threw down like I always say it was like Van Wilder, but I just didn't quite pick up as many women. You know, it was like, but it was real out of hand. I guess that's why I got it out of my.
Somebody said that once. They're like, college really is just like when you come out of college, you have no real
You don't know
job
anything.
experience, right? Like, so they're
No.
judging you on the class, but
Zero.
basically, when you interview at these places, they're basically just looking like, all right, well, the guy committed to something for 4 years,
Can he dress?
Like,
can
he
dress
can-
himself and get here.
right? And
That's
he
it.
can't. So it's like, all right, he commit. Like, you worry about if you hire somebody, they're just gonna end up quitting in 5 months,
And
you got to hire somebody new. Like,
your whole
it's
resume
basically, what
is
did
just
you do?
is just a glorified lie. It's like, yeah, you were like a student ambassador, you call yourself, but you just gave like a tour.
We gave a tour.
Hungover.
Well, I mean, if you
Shit,
really
like-
think like college is like a sham.
Of
course it
100%.
is.
It's so expensive. And all the kids want to go because you know it's a 4-year vacation.
Yeah, it's a party.
You know, 4-year party.
I tweeted this.
How
and,
about
then,
this?
and then they tell you need it. Like
They
the
won't let you-
society says you need it bad.
They won't let you sign up for a credit card, but you can take basically a credit card for like 90 grand a day.
Yeah, just loans.
Without a doubt.
Yep.
There's
Easy.
nobody asking like, "Hey, you sure?" There's no financial advisor, like third party, like calling. You know how like if you register for a credit card, you get 4 other credit card companies calling you.
Uh-huh.
If you
Yep.
register for college, why hasn't that information been sold to a third party to call and be like, "Hey, can I explain to you what you're exactly getting entailed to?" You know what I mean? Like, sign up with me, I'll be your financial advisor, and like whatever. I'm just saying it's.
Oh, they're like, if you want to come to this $40,000 college year with no money, here, sign
Right.
here.
And then
Yeah.
you see all
And then
these,
you'll pay us $300,000 over
For
the
the
next
rest of your
20
life.
years.
No,
yeah.
for the rest of your life, you're going to be in debt.
and then you see all these tweets going around where it's like, yeah, I've paid, my balance was 36,000, I've paid 22,000, my new balance is 24,000.
It's,
Yeah.
it's
It's
crazy.
because the interest. It's a
It's a
wild
scam.
scene.
It's a fucking
No,
scam.
and they don't.
Wild.
It's like loan sharking, but legal.
They don't teach you interest in college. Either.
Hell no.
They don't tell you shit.
They didn't.
I think I tweeted it too. Is like, isn't it crazy where they like it's so disrespectful if you think about it? Like colleges that deny you are just like, I don't want your $150,000. You're too dumb. Like that's pretty much
Yeah.
Actually, kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
I don't even want you to. I don't want your $150,000.
Well, that's why they're not selling your name to a million people because they know, like, you're just gonna
Yeah.
come and just give them. Like, there's enough kids coming just trying to just begging to hand over their
The
money to you.
stupidest thing is where kids go to college because they want to have that 4 years, like it's the best time ever, and then they join the union. It's like you could have been in the union.
Oh,
for,
I
like,
know so many.
my
people
boys,
that-
all my boys did it. So that's
I
why
know
I'm
so many people
saying
that
it.
went to college and then just like went to college for 4 years, then went to like a trade school like
Yeah,
after.
could have been
something.
making
You're
like $100,000
You
by
could have
now.
did that when you were 18.
And then it's such a scam too because all of them are being built. Tell me a college campus that you've driven on that isn't being built on right now.
Oh, bro,
Right.
Ohio
They're
State.
all being built on.
I was there.
$250 paper fees, processing fees. You're
I
like,
went to
where the
school
fuck is
in the
this?
murder capital of New York.
Yeah, he did. Newburgh is per capita is like the number one in like the country.
Yeah, Newburgh's bad, huh?
So
Yeah.
it's you go left, it's $10 million homes. You go right, it's.
Don't you have a bigger school up there too? They're blue and orange. It's a SUNY.
Yes.
Oh, New Paltz.
New Paltz.
New Paltz, yeah.
Is New Paltz in
It's-
Newburgh?
No, it's not.
Poughkeepsie.
It's different.
Oh, it's
It's
close?
It's
Okay.
sort of close.
Poughkeepsie.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Newburgh. I
Oh,
think was like
Marist is in Poughkeepsie, right?
Mar-
yeah,
Marist
Marist
is-
is Poughkeepsie. No,
Marist
New
is real
Paltz. New
close,
Paltz
too.
is New Paltz.
Okay.
Like New Paltz is like
All
a
right,
city.
all right. Yeah.
Like in
For
high
some
school, I played them in football.
I literally was watching Sons of Anarchy, and there was a shooting scene, and I was like, "Holy shit, this sounds real!" And there was just a drive-by next door.
What?
Oh, Newburgh. I grew up like 15 minutes from Newburgh. For context, it's hood as fuck.
Yeah.
There's no two ways about it.
No,
You can't say I saw that in the mean streets of Oxford, Mississippi.
no, you definitely did not.
So how's the bar scene there? It's
Probably-
So the thing with Mount St. Mary's, what it was is like they actually rented out bars and only let Mount St. Mary people into the bar. So
Oh,
like
you
we
had
had
to
our
student ID?
own.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's like you pay $5 to get in, and they're making money on like
Got it.
everyone knows that's the bar tonight. It's not like bar hopping. It's such a small school.
Yeah, that's how
So
you.
everyone was going to fucking Pineapple Larry's on Wednesday.
Got it.
Yeah, Pineapple Larry's was unbelievable.
It's a great name.
One other thing on college that I think is weird, it's like you make a big deal of what you major in, and it means absolutely nothing when you get out. You like think it's
no.
like, oh,
I was public relations with a history minor.
Also, your grades mean nothing too. Literally, unless you're going to be like a doctor, lawyer, like an accountant, your grades mean literally nothing. No one's going to ask for your grades ever again.
Oh, and the other biggest scam too. I say it all the time. So, not to discredit Mount St. Mary's, but if you transfer from Harvard after your first year to try to go to Mount St. Mary's would not accept the Harvard intro credits.
what?
Oh,
They're
yeah.
both accept most of them. Yeah, I mean it's a money grab.
Yeah.
So why would I let somebody come in with 15, 30 credits after a year, 30 credits, when I could get them for those 30? Or I say, all right, you could have 10, and I get them for 20 more. It's the way I look at it is it's currency. If you came in today and you owed me $100 from your apartment in Jersey, and I looked at it and said, oh, this is a $100 Jersey bill, I can't. It's not going to work in New York. You're both accredited universities. It should be currency. And
You
they just
know,
won't. Now, obviously,
Usually
majors change.
Usually, it's only like very, very generic class, like history,
Right.
And I transferred from Coastal to Ohio State, and that was pretty much how it was. Like only like the history classes, class like that. Those are the only ones that actually counted.
There's this one thing, Za, actually. I will never. You're the stupidest person I've ever met. Because
What have I
we got
done?
invited. Do you remember this? My college used to do Women's Day and Men's Day, so the guys would all
Oh,
party
yeah.
during a day for like about 2 hours, and then the girls would have Women's Day. They'd party, and then the guys would go to the women's party. And they asked me and Za. Well, asked me to bartend the Women's Day one year, and the Za was supposed to come, and he bailed on me the last day. It's just, it was just been us two, the only guys at the party.
I'm trying to think what I had to. I think I had to like babysit my nephew.
That's exactly what it
Yeah.
was. I would have said, "Bring your nephew." He could have been fucking too.
Grow up a player.
How did Women's Day go alone?
It was unbelievable. Especially, I just got into Barstool too, so they were like just wanted like, "Oh, this will go on Barstool," and I was like, "This is the best thing in the world." And then I decided I was like, "This is not real life." But yeah, Za would have cleaned up there. Let me tell you.
Oh yeah, I do my best work around white women.
Eh?
Continue.
You love those pogs, baby.
The ladies love Zob. I'm more than sure of that.
Hey, Zaz ass level. That's when he's walking around. He's ass level.
Ev, are y'all doing another Knicks stream tonight?
No, I guess I found out we're not. I believe Smitty and Roan are doing one in Philly tonight, so check that out.
Y'all had a big
Philly.
Fran, too.
And Fran as well.
Fran will be down there.
So all three of them will be down there doing. I think they're going to be at the Gambling House in Philly, promoting the sports book. Sixers, Wizards. It's regardless of that, that'll be a fun match. It's just like a fun matchup to watch them.
Yeah, for sure.
Like we said, the Wizards are going to steal one. Whether it's tonight, I would say I forget who said it. Probably going to be Game 3. If I would think if they're going to steal one, but
I think it's good seeing the streams kind of pick back up lately. The NHL.
Oh no, I thought the NHL streams were awesome. I thought the Knicks stream we did was really good. We got a lot of good feedback on the. It's just nice when you have when you have 4 guys or just however many people get in there that are all hardcore going after just like the same thing.
Yeah.
That's why I think like the Yankee streams are always good. When you got everyone always going after it, and then maybe like one heel in there, always a good stream.
Yeah, I'm kind of like the streams here. Those are the first ones I'd ever done. It's kind of just way different, just being on there than kind of anything I've done.
It's
before.
better when you have an army behind you. Like the Yankees, we have about 7 guys that are like. We're all in it together, and you have like Jared in the back. Like when it's by yourself, it's tough.
See, I think the most interesting ones are. I agree with you, but the other most interesting ones are like on a Sunday or a Saturday. We could go a variety of different ways, and you don't know which turn. It's like a make your own adventure.
Like a college football.
So
Saturday,
you start out, and it's like Ohio State minus 12, and I also have Coastal Carolina big, and it's like I'm on BYU, and you're on Western Kentucky, and this guy's on Texas Tech. And, like, all of a sudden, or a Sunday, the Browns now get in the mix, and this, like, it's witching hour all day. It just can go a variety of I mean, how about the fucking drive home we made from Philly? Oh, my
God.
Where we thought we were good. And then an hour, we're like, yo, this was a bona fide
That was Penn State,
winner.
Indiana.
We
both had Indiana with the points.
Up the whole way. And it's like, we're fucking sweating this now. We might not cover this.
Especially with college football, it's a marathon.
But it's also even better that too when you have an army on the same game. Like gambling wise,
like energy wise,
not even team wise, just like, and when you have like fucking Todd Gurley going down or Chubb going out on the one, like
that I was there for that.
Yeah, that was brutal. I had the money line. You don't forget those.
The Arizona Hail Mary one.
Crazy.
That one hurt.
That's an all-timer.
All-timer.
That's an all-timer. That's brutal.
We didn't talk. Dave didn't talk for about. He just kept looking and just going like this.
Yeah, well, you take your cue off of that. You don't go, well, they blew the cup, like, because then you're getting your head cut off.
Oh yeah.
There's no solution. There's no trying to fix it. There's no what went wrong.
The most oblivious person to that is Jake Marsh. The guy lost $100,000, and then Jake's like, "Hey Dave, can you pass me my charger?"
Did Dave throw it at him?
He called him the wrong name too.
Literally was like, he was so mad, Dave, that he laughed at him.
He's like, Jake Bass. Can I fucking? He called him Jake Bass.
Dude?
Jake Bass. I just died here.
When Mincy changed the channel too.
No,
that's how you know there's 2 levels of Dave. Like there's Dave when he's like down bad, responsibly when he's just like not talking. He's legitimately like angry. But then there's also almost like borderline maniacal laugh, Dave. Mm-hmm. And that was when the Hail Mary happened. That was like Dave was just like,
because that's like something
like I can't buy one. Like literally the one that a sure lock. They're scoring 50-yard touchdowns at the fucking buzzer. Like you can't buy a win. Everyone that gambles has been there. It's just a brutal.
No, it's funny because and one thing's when you gamble, like if you have like 8 or 10 on your card, you always like justify like, oh, the worst I could do is like 3 of 5.
Oh,
3 and 5 or 4 and 4, and then it just like.
And then all of a sudden you start 0 and 5, and then you're like, I need these 3, or like it is a disaster of a.
That's why gambling's the best.
No, it is responsibly.
Yep.
Always responsibly,
of course. Memorial Day, so y'all are Rico. You're going to Indy. Marty, you're going
Friday.
to.
Yep. We're going Friday.
Okay, yeah, because we're out Friday here, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, office is closed Friday.
Oh,
Monday.
God bless America.
Yeah, there you go.
So tomorrow's the last day.
Thursday's gonna get aggressive for some people then.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get aggressive.
Wow.
Check out the Barstool Sportsbook stream tonight in Philly with Smitty and that crew for the Sixers Wizards. Good luck to y'all gambling today. Let's keep this momentum rolling. Thanks to Ev, Rico, and Marty Mush. Stay tuned for the Yak up next.